Hello, everybody, and welcome to another issue of our APMG Midday Mentors program. Today, we are going to talk about digital transformation, or maybe rather digital revolution. And I'm welcoming my guest, Martin Vitouš. He's a trainer, consultant, mentor, and a coach based in Prague in the Czech Republic. Welcome, Martin.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, digital transformation is used as a buzzword, it's a hype, it's used for almost everything, even if a paper just becomes a PDF. But nevertheless, I think it's rather revolution. There are lots of companies, corporations, who see certain methods, certain aspects and concepts being a key for successfully doing a digital transformation, and they mentioning the term DevOps. It's almost 80% of corporations say that. Now, we have to define two things. What is digital transformation and what is DevOps?
That's very interesting, because how you mentioned, those two terms are used a lot, and different people define that in different ways. It's not just digital transformation, but DevOps as a term is used in different ways from different perspectives. So if we start with DevOps, we can say that DevOps is not a method, DevOps is not a framework, DevOps is not a tool or software or whatever. We can say that DevOps is some kind of approach or philosophy to solve specific business issues, and the key issue is, let's say, parameter we call from time to time to market, because nowadays everything is much faster than before. We have to react very quickly to changing conditions on the market, changing conditions around us, and COVID time was a great example. Suddenly, from one day to another, let's say 90% of all people working in offices moved or changed the office for home office, and they had to start to work from there. And in many cases, they were not ready. So you have to react very quickly. And DevOps is a way how to be ready, or how to be able to quickly react to changing business needs. Typical example, you have mobile application supporting your business, your competitor adds new functionality into their applications. So within not weeks, but within days, you have to react, and you have to do that as well, or you have to do that in different way. And without DevOps, you are not able. So we can say that DevOps is a philosophy that or approach that can help us speed up delivery of the value to the business.
For the classical IT operation, things have grown over the years, and never touch a running system. I remember those words. I remember that any change is the enemy of IT operations. So there are barriers that have been grown over the years. Will DevOps be a way to overcome these barriers?
Yeah, I fully agree, because in the past we learned that IT should continuously deliver the services. We had to increase the quality of our services. We had to increase availability of our systems, etc., etc. So we try to avoid changes. That's one thing. And another point is that we build some kind of mentality or mindset behind that we don't want to change. We accumulate changes, and then we implement changes together, just let's say once a year or something like that. And another point is that we build our own processes based on this mindset. So we build some kind of wall around operation environment to protect that environment. And it's about technologies, it's about processes, and mainly it's about mindset of people. And all those areas must be changed. And of course, you have to change first the mindset. People must first accept that changes can come more often, and we have to remove all barriers we built during the years into our environments. So the change is inevitable, and we have to first convince people that we have to change.
You and I, we are both very active in the community of the DevOps Agile Skills Association called DASA. You are a DASA Ambassador, and so am I. So there's a reason for that, I think. For me, it was when I saw the first concepts of DASA coming up, the idea of how can you change, overcome those protecting processes, as you say. And that's why I thought this might be a helpful approach for achieving the kind of digital transformation that we need. What is your reason for being a DASA ambassador?
For me, there are two key reasons. The first one, I share your fascination of the possibility to change myself, change environment around me, help with the change to other people, to my customers, and so on. That's one point. And the second point is that I want to be part of that change. So as DASA ambassador, I can influence people around me, but I can influence the community itself. So I can participate on changes. I can be there. I can discuss with other people like me and you, and we can put together, let's say, new concepts. We can put together new tools, new guidelines, and it's really interesting for me to be part of that community and have this possibility to influence it. So I want to influence that community. On another point, I want to influence people around me, and be part of that community helps me with both.
Okay, thank you for that, Martin. Now, my last question is, which I mentioned in the beginning, is the digital transformation not rather a revolution? I think there will be much more impact that we can imagine at the moment. What's your view? Would you agree to the term revolution? Would you agree to the comparison to the Industrial Revolution? Or would you say I'm just exceeding a little bit?
Actually, it's relative, because if you look at it from global perspective, definitely it is a revolution, because in a relatively short time we can see huge changes in the usage of technology, impact of those technologies on our lives. We can see new generation that grew up with the smartphone, and it has impact on all aspects of our lives. So from this perspective, we could see a lot of changes in the short time period. But if you look at it from, let's say, perspective of individual person, it's not change from one day to another. You cannot say that digital transformation will happen overnight, or you cannot say, for example, since the 1st of January or 1st of whatever, we will be DevOps and we will be digital company or something like that. It will definitely take not just months, but it will take years to change your organization. I always say that DevOps transformation and digital transformation is something very similar, needs two key changes. The first one is a change of the mindset, change of the culture in the organization, culture of behavior of people around you, and it will not happen overnight. That's one point. And from technical perspective, the key is a change of architecture of information systems. And you will never rebuild your information systems overnight. It will always take at least a couple of years. So it is revolution from global perspective. We live in time of huge changes. But when you are inside that transformation, you should not expect it will happen overnight. It will take a couple of years to see the results.
Thank you. I think, yeah, those who win the race in that revolution are those who make the fastest transformation of their organization, I suppose. Thanks a lot, Martin, for being here, for having this short exchange of thoughts, and hope to see you on our program again soon.
Thank you for hosting me, and yeah, see you next time.